Support.
No, thanks. MMCs that are here and community members. We are living here in Slovo Park, and who's better off to tell you about what's happening in Slovo Park than our senior citizens who experience elements of crime on daily basis. And with these lights and cameras that are entailed within, you have brought them here. They are here to assist our senior citizens and the community in general. So I'll hand over to the senior citizens because these things will respond to because people are dying on daily basis in Slovo Park. The elements of crime, it's way beyond our KL can attach to that to say, yeah, but with this technology that's coming here to Slovo Park, it will assist both the security cluster and the community itself.
Sanibonani nonke ninjani ngizocela abantu base Slovo Park basiziqhwabeleni izandla ndimela bona sizibulele nokuthi lama cameras afakiwe impilo ingcono kakhulu ngoba ubugebenga bebuningi kakhulu la ndibulele ne committee lethu ngoba nalo lisebenzile nibulele no minister wethu oye wasiqoquzela ukuthi kufakwe lezi zinto nibulele nekhansela bonke abantu abalapha ndiyabulela kakhulu ngoba siyaphila ngcono kodwa into engikhala ngayo sisakhala ngama toilet salimala ema toilet siyacela kakhulu ke ugovernment ukuthi asincede ngoba siyagula ngalama toilet enkosi
asibonge mama. MMC KK, MMC Mabaso, we hope that you'll also no MMC uJack kutasonele ko isi department lesi speed up because abazali bethu abakhala kangaka. We need to speed up to change when ilona sanitation and water in Slovo Park. We can't be with it 30 years plus. We are still complaining about toilet. So we're just requesting with MMC, you have tried by all means, let's also invite them. Abona umama kupha amanye amandla uthi minister manje. So kupha ama blessings ukuthi ya move from me MMC to minister sibonge. Thank you Program Director.
Thank you very much, Ward Councillor and the Elder of the Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, the project launched one this morning. Activate an entity of City of Joburg called Metropolitan Tech Company. Renali ketapili ya Metropolitan Tech Company, kabukhuzwani bizwa MTC. I'm going to call upon the Chief Technical Officer, Ntate Nyani, utoqoqela batho nang isibiza jwang palo ena etelele ekenzweng this morning launchang. Ntate Nyani from MTC is the Chief Technical Officer. Kamanzumangi enangondo behind what we are celebrating this morning. Ntate Nyani.
Good morning, MMCs, community members, leaders, executives of the city. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about our pride and joy called MTC. We are an entity of the City of Joburg that is in charge of deployment of smart city enabled project. So we are not the IT department of the city, we are more than that. We are the ones that are responsible for ensuring that the City of Joburg becomes relevant to you more than over and above the provision of basic services. What we are doing in this community, we've been in this community for a while. We have deployed a fiber infrastructure MMC in this community. So this community is going to have a free Wi-Fi forever. They don't need to pay for it. We also showing with the community, with the safety. Thank you. with the safety element, we're bringing the cameras. So this is not just a high mast that you know. This is enabled with a camera. These cameras, to tell you, they are being monitored by the JMPD command center. So when something happens in this community, you are going to start seeing JMPD respond before you even have to phone the police, because they are constantly watching this community on a 24/7 basis using the MTC infrastructure. What we're also doing, which I think is important, CEO, is to announce that we want to also start a training program where we are going to target communities like this, where we want to train the young people that are passing their matric and qualifying in network-enabled services. So we are going to come and talk to you about training them on fiber, how to fix fiber, how to deploy fiber, and also how to service this infrastructure that we've deployed, so that locally you'll be able to service the infrastructure yourself without needing to have people come out. So we hope that by doing that, we will be empowering the community, so that we can also have technology, small businesses that can come out of the areas, because we want you to work in the area where you live, but we'll provide you the support and the training from MTC. So we're going to come again, MMC, where we're going to be speaking specifically on opportunities that exist for young people in terms of employment at MTC and COJ as a whole, and also for small businesses, what we can do to also train them to support the infrastructure that we put. But on behalf of the CEO of MTC, we'd like to thank the community for their cooperation. It was not easy in the beginning, but you know, with the cooperation of the councillor and the leadership of Slovo, we managed to deploy the infrastructure. Thank you, Chair.
Galebua, CTO of MTC, Tateniani Mlauzi. Ladies and gentlemen, we go into the next item. Retlokupa, one of the key speakers, MMC Mlungisi Mabaso, Cllr address. MMC.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Greetings to yourself, MMC of Transport, MMC Kenneth Tapelo Kunene. And greetings to the Ward Councillor, the Executive Director of Human Settlements, the CEO of MTC, the Ward Committee member, and all the Ward Committee members that are present today, the leadership of Slovo Park, and those that are part of the tax team that I'm chairing. I see the professor is present today. Siri is also present today. Our attorneys are also present today, and all other stakeholders that are represented in our tax team, the residents of Slovo Park, all the colleagues that are present from Human Settlements, MTC, and the city, our colleagues from law enforcement agencies. MMC, maybe just to give a bit of a background as to sifike kanjani la. So MMC, I think Councillor and Chairperson Lerato, they did indicate briefly that they've been fighting for a development of Slovo Park for a very long time, to a point that they took the city to court, the city, the province, and I presume in the national government to court. And there was a court order which compelled all of us as three spheres of government to work together in developing Slovo Park. So even through those attempts, government has not really responded to the satisfaction of the development, because yes, the informal settlement was electrified, but development goes beyond that because it's still regarded as an informal settlement. But when I came in as the MMC, we then engaged with the leadership because they had written now to the National Assembly asking for the intervention of the Portfolio Committee on Human Settlements to assist them to push us to develop the informal settlement. So in that meeting then we learned that there were interventions which were deployed previously. There were task teams that were established in a form of engaging directly with the stakeholders so that the development of the informal settlement can be realized. But that task team was no longer sitting. Then I then took a decision that I will be the chairperson of the task team myself so that I make sure which these meetings that sit on monthly basis. So those meetings have been sitting. It has not been an easy journey, that I can tell you for sure. Some of our officials, they just don't want to cooperate, and I'm failing to understand why. You know, we find it difficult sometimes to get certain entities to attend to these meetings. I'm talking about people who are getting salaries on monthly basis. Just for nje ukuthi besebenzele umphakathi, but you are just not there to respond. And I want to appreciate to MTC and deliberately, because they were the last entity to be appointed here, but they are almost done. You know, they've just arrived, these ones. But they are almost done. I know that we still have 10 poles to install, but at least there's something that we can show on the ground. You know, work is visible. We can see and we can reference. Oh, with MTC nampa ngempela bayasebenza. So we really want to applaud them for that. So we have appointed Johannesburg Water for water and sanitation. It's been over a year. Smell and ama contractors are two. The one for sanitation and the one for water. GRA was appointed through the provincial government because we are also working with the provincial government. And I think MMC, you need to crack a whip. Kule depot yale region. Ngicabanga ukuthi ubonile into abayenze lapha. And they are expected to be paid. I mean, uma sizosebenza emphakathini akufanelanga sifike sisebenze as if nje it's some kind of a box ticking exercise. There need to be impact on the ground. And how they are responding really. Because they makes us to look bad. Mina nawe MMC, because we've got that executive oversight responsibility that we still need to perform. But if our colleagues are not responding, it reflects bad on us, MMC, because kuba sengathi thina siwazi umsebenzi wethu, kanti thina siyawazi umsebenzi wethu. Yabo. And ingakho singalama MMCs angafike sezokhathi ribbon eqala. We walk the journey with the project and the residents, and then we celebrate the outcomes later. So to us, it's not about ribbon cutting. It's about celebrating the outcome of our hard work, collectively, working together with our residents. So those officials that are not responding, MMC, really, we must really deal with them. You know, not for us, but for the residents, and for those that will come after us. Ngoba kunama MMCs phela sazongena sesaphuma. Uyabo. Well, siyazi ukuthi ungena kwethu nokuphuma kwethu kudependele kuma residents. But the reality ukuthi we are not in these positions forever. So we need to lay a foundation even for those that will be appointed after us. So we want to appreciate this work, MMC. We know because you see yesterday I saw somebody wrote on social media. Umayibona iposter yethu. Uthi awu naze niyonikeza abantu ama polls Councillor Msehla you are recognized leadership ngiyabona umlapha emuva akuze ukuphakanyisa izandla namhlanje ngeke uze uhlasele mfowethu ngabe uzohlala la ngaphambili sike isidingo sokuhlala le emuva. So MMC then lo sisi lona ke uthi, and she's a white lady shame from the suburbs. So uthi, yeah, why are you giving people smart poles when they don't have basic service delivery? And I'm saying to myself, because I didn't respond, so I'm saying, oh, she's privileged. She's privileged, ne? She's got connectivity at home. She has a dog. She got butlers. She has a security. She's got the alarm. She's got everything. Ne? She's safe. But she does not understand the crime affect abahlali base Slovo Park. She does not understand ukuthi when it's dark, abantu base Slovo Park abakwazi ukuphumela eminyango. She does not understand ukuthi ingane, the learners here, they can't connect ukuthi bekwazi ukwenza ama assignment. So for them to access the internet, they need to go somewhere. She does not understand that. Because she's from a privileged community and akazi ukuthi kwenzakalani la. So abantu bazokhuluma from the distance, but they do not understand ama issues abantu base Slovo Park ababhekene nawo on daily basis. And that's why abantu abakude bezokhuluma. You see, this is one of the program that is community driven. Asivukanga ekseni sa decide ukuzofaka lama polls. It was through our community engagement. Kwasukuma abantu abadala in a public meeting, MMC. Bakhala. Bathi i-crime the way escalate ngakhona la hlala khona asakwazi ukwenza next. We can't move. We can't do anything. Sicela nisifakele ama polls and ama cameras so that sizokwazi nokuyidetecta le crime. And that's how we have responded. It was through a request from the community. We are a local government. We are a sphere of government that respond through ama cries and ama requests from our communities. We don't suck izinto kufuneka silethe emphakathini. We take them directly from our residents. And that's what we have done in this community. And that's why I will forever appreciate the community as a Slovo Park, because they will challenge you, but they will challenge you in terms of service delivery and development. And I know there is a lot that we still need to do. This is one of the commitments that we have made to Slovo Park. This is one of them. You know, we still have many of the commitments that we still need to respond to. This is one of them. But what I appreciate, ukuthi leadership yakho is hands-on, the residents are hands-on, and they know exactly what they want. They are not confused. They know exactly what they want, and that's what we appreciate the most. So we will still come back here because we still need to give dignity to our residents. We've seen the conditions of our ablution facilities. They've got no access to water like any other communities. We still have a privately owned land within Slovo Park that we still need to deal with. We still need to deal with issues of access roads in Slovo Park. We still need to finalize the township establishment process that we are doing through Joburg. So all those activities, you know, izinto kusafuneka sizos-deliver eSlovo Park. So you are seeing us here today celebrating the milestone of one commitment which we have made, but we still have many other commitments. We are not even at 20% of our commitments that we have made at Slovo Park. But be rest assured, we need to push Johannesburg Water to appoint. It can take them more than 12 months to get contractors that will give dignity to our residents. That's why we went to them as an entity. It's because our processes are long and tedious, but their processes are short because they're an entity. So abakwazi ukusidelay. Akwazi ukusukuma umama azoma la athi uyambona imdala kanjani athi anginali toilet la ngihlala khona. You know, we should all be embarrassed as government. So but our colleagues that must assist us to respond. Joburg must expedite its processes working together with development planning. So there are entities and there are departments that are willing to work. Let's utilize them to our advantage so that we are able to drive and push development to our communities. We are not going to come to the communities to ask for votes. We are not going to come here and chant slogans. We must only come here and bring service delivery, empower you, and develop you. That's when then you will decide about us. That's what we need to do. So MMC, I wanted to say this because I've been part of this community for a very long time now, and I understand the challenges that they are facing. I understand their frustrations. And the Tinage, as the leadership that they've elected, we need to make sure that by the end of our political term, kufuneka magandaganda ebegijima la iSlovo Park ukuze noma singabuyi kodwa sikwazi ukusho ukuthi iSlovo Park siyashintsha is because of our contribution. Ngiyabonga kakhulu umphathi ohlelo.
MMC Mlungisi Mabaso. Hi, Mufe Matso. Mpumelelo Bontate, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to steal this opportunity because Ntate Mabaso we have these entities in the city of Joburg, and one that entity is MTC. I'm going to hijack the platform and ask the board of directors of MTC to stand up. These are the people who are behind strategy, guidance, and oversight, MTC. Board of directors, just briefly, please, with the chief executive officer of MTC. Maybe I should also steal opportunity to introduce myself as the chairperson of the board of directors of MTC. You know, when you have staged an opportunity, you must use it. Ladies and gentlemen, without any waste of time, I'm going to call upon MMC of Transport, Councillor Kenneth Tapelo Kunene.
Bawa khipha amagama akuyi ID and abantu bangazi ngoKenny Kunene usushiki kodwa ke isimo somhlaba wethu somzansi siyenza ukuthi ngiyeke isushi ngizosebenzela umphakathi. And I thank God ukuthi unginike elothuba. Let me thank you, MMC, for a great speech. Let me recognize you, MMC Mabaso. Asiyazi igama lakhe lesilungu. Mhlamu ungu Jacob. Ngoba KZN ngathi bayithanda Jacob. Kuno Jacob Zuma. Let me recognize the councillor. Let me recognize MTC, the CEO, the board chair, who is our program director, Ntate Shane Nkakalatsane. Let me recognize the chairman of Slovo Park, Ntate Lerato. Ngiyabona ukuthi hairstyle yakho ifana neyami. Yeah, it does not need a lot of work in the morning. And also the community members and everybody else that is here. You know, I always say to the MMCs, ours is service delivery. We might have been brought together through votes of different t-shirts, but service delivery is very important. 2 years ago, I went to China to go and learn a few things about technology, electric buses, and so on. And one of the things that I saw were these poles that we are seeing here. And I said to the team, can we find a way to bring this technology to South Africa? I did not know that MMC Mabaso was also working on the same program. That is why when this was presented, it was easy for us to deliver as quickly as possible. It was not difficult. But I saw as we were working, because Slovo Park, and we saw that one of the poles that have been put here don't even have cameras. It does not have that infrastructure up there. Ntate Lerato alerted me to that pole. And I want to make it clear that it was wrong to put a pole in that particular manner. When people know that we are coming to a certain area, they start to do shady work so that we cannot shout at them. So one of the companies that was supposed to have installed the poles here, they decided to put a pole so that when we ask questions, but we put one pole there. So CEO of MTC, we need to do consequence management. We need to sit with that company and correct the wrong that they have done, because they are fooling this community, that they are actually putting up poles. That pole is useless. That pole is very much useless. If you look at all the companies, or the company that put up the poles, whilst it is on the ground, the cameras are put, the lights are put, Wi-Fi is put, whilst the pole is on the ground. La babona bazela nge shady work la, so that they can be paid. They must not be paid until they have done the right thing. Ubaba Lerato showed me the roads that were done by JRA, where they knew that we were going to walk. They put some iskunteri engasazi ukuthi basithatha kuphi. I just saw it now with my own eyes. Ngizibone manje lesi iskunteri, because we make our own asphalt, and the asphalt that we make is not what they put there. So basayongitshela kahle ukuthi na basithatha kuphi lesi iskunteri abasifakela phayana. Ngikhulume ne-CEO ye-JRA manje, ngathi ngise Slovo Park, ngibona izinto zobuthakathi la eSlovo Park. Ubaba Lerato ungibonise i-bridge. Uthi this bridge has been like that for years. When it's flooding, children can't go to school. Uyabona MMC Mabaso, when it comes to school children, I don't want to hear about a budget. In Fine Town, we had the very same problem. Every time it rains, children can't go to school. I said to the team, let us go and elevate that particular bridge. And since we have elevated that bridge, after they told me kuti budget ayikho, I went to the depots. I said, what are these pipes doing here? No, MMC, they've been here for 20 years. Let's take them to Fine Town. They need them. I went to Region E, La Esantine. Sayakui depo sathola ma pipes. Sati, let's take these pipes to Fine Town. So we elevated that road. And since we elevated that bridge, there is no flooding. Children go to school even when it's raining. It is 3 years now that we have fixed that road. So Babul Rato nomphakathi wakho bazoza in this week. Ubaba Mabaso uthi thina siyasebenza. Abazoza next month. Next week lesiya kuyo. JRA will be here. I will come with them. They will do an assessment of that bridge that has collapsed, and we will fix that bridge so that children can go to school. That's the commitment that I'm giving. The poles that we put here are called smart poles. Bazali, you are very special about Slovo Park. You are the first ones to have these poles. They are called smart poles because they are technologically driven. The power that is being used there is green energy. Anizo patala, the power that is going to give you light during the day, during the night. You are not going to pay a cent because we are not taking power from City Power and ESCOM. When it's load shedding, nina nizawubedi hamba ingati kusemini. When it's load shedding. So these poles, zine Wi-Fi free, zine battery, le battery emini, ama solar panels, atata power from unkulunkulu. The sun gives the panels power. So unkulunkulu oninikeza ipower. Akekho umuntu onikeza upower. No babuli rato akanikeza upower. No cancel akanikeza ipower. Unkulunkulu. So God gives us power through the Son. I-battery isave le power so that ebusuku, when there is no sun, you can have light, you can have internet, you can have security. The United Nations amended Article 19, and the United Nations said access to internet is a human right. It is no longer a luxury. It is a human right. People must have access to internet. That is why you are the first ones to have free Wi-Fi. You don't have to go and buy 5 rand Wi-Fi, your data pack, MTN or Vodacom. Ila. You just have to register. Abantwana bazoyenza umsebenzi wesikolo, not sitting under the pole. Bazobe behlele ekhaya, be connected to the Wi-Fi, benza umsebenzi wesikolo. Into engifuna ukuyicala kubazali, especially abo baba. Harisiken rasebedisa Wi-Fi for mabaka asing hantle. Bontati. Harisiken rasheba dinto mo di phone tsere fa matla ka kamoreng. Wi-Fi ha isebeletse bana. Bontate haholo. Mawufuna amandla, phalaza upeyite. Yeka izinto zesilungu. Singabantu bamnyama siyenzi lento le. So that's my appeal to abo baba. Ngoba abo baba bastout. Abo gogo bafuna ukukhuluma ngama WhatsApp. Basendela umntana iWhatsApp. Uphumile esikolweni mntanami. Uhamba kuphi? Wena baba ubhizi udisturb iWi-Fi la. Ubheke yabo hey. We did not put it for that. Bazali. So mina no babu Mabaso, we are bringing dignity, bringing internet to you, and access to internet is bringing dignity to you. Because without internet, you have no connection to the outside world. Our children have no connection to learning material. We are bringing dignity to you through the lights that we are giving you. But we are bringing the most important also. We are bringing safety to you. God will give you light during the day. Kunene and Mabaso will give you light at night. Asikompiti noNkulunkulu, senza umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu. uNkulunkulu uthi nikani abantwana bami ilight ebusuku, so that nikwazi uhamba nibona botsotsi. Mani hamba la lama camera fakwe laphayana. Kana nithi ama TZ what? PTZ cameras. Hayi ama camera nje. Ama PTZ cameras. Aboni tsotsi ilaphaya. So when crime happens, you go and open a case. Ungavuli case kuphela. Uthi maphoyisa, I'm opening a case. There are poles with cameras. They can see during the day, they can see at night. Hambani nieni ku JMPT. Bani nigeze ama camera footage. I JMPT kuna ma screen la payana ku ops yabo. IOC. Lama camera are connected there. So amaphoyisa azoya laphayana batholi footage babona ukuthi ngubani lesisigebengu esiyenze kanje nakanje. I-evidence izoya ecourt sibagwebe labo sathani abahlukumeza umphakathi. So it's very important for you to understand ukuthi when there's crime ungavuli case kuphela ubese uyatshela amaphoyisa ukuthi khona ama camera hambani niye public safety niyothola i-footage. The crime yenzakale ngo-10 ebusuku kulesi strat, so that malafika ku-JMPD i-JMPD ithi 10 o'clock bayambona usathani mayefuna ukudlengula, bayambona usathani mayefuna ukubulala, bayambona usathani mayefuna ukutshontsha, bayambona usathani mayefuna ukungena endlini kagogo ugogo elele siyambona usathani. So bazali sizofaka enye technology, ikhona enye technology sizoyifaka kulama camera. Ama camera lawa bazofaka i-extended microphone. Umuntu eshaya ispam, ama camera azo pick up i-sound yespam bayisende ku JMPD same time ukuthi kukhala ispam ejo Slovo deploy. Uzobona i-JMPD ingena apha ifunana lo muntu wespam, i-camera sizobatshela ukuthi lo muntu hamba la, lo muntu ujike la, lo muntu ula, sibe sesihambamba usathana. In closing, bazali, there's 10 more polls that are coming here, as Ubabu Mabaso has said. But as Pelelanga lapho, we are not stopping there. Babu Mabaso, I am putting Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, across all the squatter camps, informal settlements, and the townships of Johannesburg. I am starting that program at no cost. At no cost to the city of Johannesburg. Angizocela budget. But we are going to put free Wi-Fi for our young people. Sizoibiza COJ Kunene free Wi-Fi. Yeah. Yala. Esifake la. Nibize Kunene Mabaso COJ Kunene Mabaso free Wi-Fi. Lengelela. Asisabi umuntu thina. Ningasabi. Mabeti nine free Wi-Fi uta it's not free Wi-Fi. It's Kunene Mabaso free Wi-Fi. Yeah. So with those few words, let me also thank the service provider. 3 service providers were appointed. Mina, I like to tell the truth. Babu Mabaso. If you don't want me to talk, don't tell me anything. You tell me something about umphakathi, ngiyoyikhuluma kumphakathi. 3 companies were appointed to install 17 poles at Slovo Park. Pythagoras, this company, that was given 7 poles. The other company was given 5 poles. The other company was given 5 poles. The 2 companies, Abanikwe 5, they have not installed poles until today. That's why we don't have 10 poles. I don't count this nonsense. That's nonsense, that one. Pythagoras has put 7 poles that they were supposed to put. They have finished their work. Let us give them a big round of applause. These are the type of service providers that we want to see being appointed in the city. People that will work in record time. These other 2, I don't know their names because they are not working. I cannot ask names of people who are doing nothing. I don't want to know their names. So CEO, through the process of the city, if they don't Don't do anything by next week. Do the Lord's work. Do the Lord's work. If they are in breach of the contract, do the Lord's work. Angizoyikhuluma la wena uyayazi. Angithi Mabaso bangathi interference. Do the Lord's work. Because we cannot hold the community to ransom. We cannot deprive the community of service delivery because service providers are failing. This one has showed us that it can be done within a short space of time. Why are the others not doing it? They are taking us for granted. They are taking about Master Slovo for granted. So please let us go and sit down with them, give them the marching orders. They must start delivering or they must be delivered out. As simple as that. Barati, thank you very much. Today it's a good day. So as I committed Babul Rat, Monday, Tuesday, Sabesila. No, not Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday. If not Monday, Wednesday, Sabesila. With JRA, Bazo Bega Cavendish, Bazo Lungisa, Ikakale, Ebayenze on that road we're working on with that tar Engazu to Pumagup. But we are also going to come with inspectors to assess that breach and see what is it that we can do. That is my commitment. This year, Basali, I call it Nina Nibiza 2026. And it? 2020? 2026. This year. I call it 2026. I call it Minangi Ibiza 2026. And I pray Uguti Unkulunkulu can fix your health. He can fix your finances. He can fix your relationships. He can fix your children. He can fix your work. He can fix your family. He can fix just Slovo Park. I pray Unkulunkulu can fix everything in your lives. Mine is to fix your roads and to give you light at night. Salute.
Ralebua. MMC, now it's difficult. I don't know whether to say MMC, Pastor, Ntate Muruti, Pastor, Councillor Kenny Kunene, Ralebua, Harmufe Matsoho. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also correct from today on, we call it Mabaso Kunene Free Wi-Fi. Again, Mabaso Kunene Free Wi-Fi. See, free Wi-Fi is one guy kapakai ikisi again tate Mabaso lentate Kunene. At this moment, my brother, we're going to have an opportunity for engagement just after we close officially. For those ladies and gentlemen who want to ask questions, we are just 2 items away. We'll have opportunity to engage with the stakeholders after that. I'm going to call upon the leader, Ntate Lerato, to refer a vote of thanks. Ntate Lerato. That's a very genuine question because you cannot connect without password. Let I fuman.
Thank you again, Program Director. Kiabona ore Ntate Mabaso, when I was fighting him, he decided to bring a pastor, you see, with him for assistance. But one must quote that we need humanly dedicated leaders in this country, in any profession. Today, Chair, as we thank everyone that has played a role in what we are seeing today. We must also note that within your entities, there are people that sees us as animals, but not human beings. Within your departments, there are people that feel like as if we are half human, or us residing in informal settlement, we are brain damaged. And that must be corrected. I'm talking to officials, some of them are here. Please, I'm begging you, change your ways when you approach us. We are uneducated, but we are also human beings. We applaud your efforts, MMCs. Because I've got a sense that had you not taken control of these processes, it's true that your officials are arrogant and don't want to be told by a poor man like us. It's also true that with your efforts and engagements and making sure that you partake in these processes, they are unfolding. We cannot have a situation where an informal settlement that is over 30 years old has to take government to court just to be dignified. We will be celebrating 10 years since we have judgment in our hands in the next coming month. The only thing that you can pinpoint as a success of that judgment would be these smart polls. That only took us less than a year to engage on and have them implemented. And I want you to give yourself a hands of applaud for that. It's true that MMC we have had for more than 5 years now hassles with Cllr, with Joburg Water, and most entities of the city. Every time they are needed by us, they are in Asia or in another planet. Today, I was deliberate in showing you some of the activities that are unfolding. In saying, when you come, people will start working. We must thank City Power. Some time back, they gave us electricity. When they installed electricity, some poles were not standing straight. Since 2017 to date, they can't even fix one of those to make sure that they are properly aligned. When you look outside there, just up the street, there is a cable that you can even touch. It's been like that for more than a year. A child that walks past can't touch it. But it takes more than a year for that cable to be taken up again. A poor man also has feelings. A poor woman is also a human being. The toilet is in this community, they are more than 20 years. It takes 2 to 3 months to be dislodged. The concrete behind is dilapidated. When it rains like this, the water is full inside. Anyone that goes into that toilet and sits as a lady, whatever that goes down triggers the water to come up. Our clinics are full of Slovo Park ladies, and they are told to you don't take care of yourself. Whereas the situation is beyond them. We've been crying for this forever. From this particular street here, going all the way up to the bridge, when it rains, fathers and mothers here that don't work, and those that with cars will have to come down here, assist, either on foot, some on cars. We've got videos to show that, to make sure that kids goes the other side, because we don't have a school this side. What have we done as a community of Slovo Park that we deserve to be treated the way we are? I'm sure you saw that community came in a bit later into this particular program. They are also tired and angered by big tents that comes here and being promised things that are not materializing. When you look at through here, the whole of this house, there are pamphlets of people that came around here, starting with the then mayor, David Masondo. The promise he made in the late 90s, the early 2000s. We have had premiers, Shilowa, we have had Premier Nomvula Mkonyana. We have had the Premier currently, Dade Panyaza. We have had almost everyone. We have been to the president's office, which is Thabo Mbeki, walking. We walked from here to the union buildings with these elders to say, Shwa, we need assistance. We have not been to any, there is no office that we have not entered. Maybe today, let me just remind you that maybe you deserve that particular name, but it will depend. That name that you said I must call you some years back, when I said, Kenny man, I said, no man, don't call me that, call me Papa Action. And today I can see that and you are making commitments. The commitments that have been made by Mlungisi Mabaso. And I want to say in front of this community today, apart from being aligned to politics or anything, may God bless him. Irrespective of the challenges that we've been through with him, you see a committed man. He is a very committed man in trying to liberate this community. And I want you, in this first step you take now, to also show us that really you are that one of those that would be counted. That any consequence management must work. It need not to be a struggle when we have this kind of events where people see people residing in informal settlement as people that don't deserve to be economically incorporated in programs similar to this one. We must tell it here. We must survive just like every other person. And there is nothing for us without us. In that note, we are acknowledging and we are thanking you for choosing us to be the first. We may have been the last on other programs, but we are the first on one of its kind. And in that note, we are saying thank you. But I'm requesting that from today you give us your direct numbers, so that, and including MTC, they are stubborn people in your entity. And I must tell you, I'm not afraid. This is all I have. I'm living for Slovo Park. I must live honestly. They are arrogant individuals within your entity. And that must be addressed. Basebetsa ka batho. What happened to Batupile principle? Program director. Wa bona ntatelo tsamaya ka letsoho la boraro. Ha o tsamaya mola mona re tsamaya nna le wena right now. Think of motho a tsamayang ka wheelchair or na holo ba jwang. Khone mane mo metsi a emeng. Although isa le puna e nele maobane. How does he walk past there ka wheelchair today? It means or that another 4 days in the house because I can't access any roads. All we are requesting is one. We are here to assist you, to assist us. Ite re tsamaya lefatsheng le. Ra be re re those ladies ba tsofetseng bo Mazigalala kibale. They were fighting for this democracy that today they can enjoy its fruits. Ba hlokafala ba so tsebe hore na ho flasha ke eng. Re a le kopa. Be humbly requesting you. Ha re tloseng di ego. Skela re bona ka mokhaba le re mhlomong ntse re le sharp. We are not yet Uhuru. We are pregnant of challenges, of people that are not yet liberated. The day you develop Slovo Park fully, I'm going to be smaller than you, Date Mabaso. The pregnancy would have come off. I would look for a wife, get married, have a family. The pastor said he's praying even for partners, for relationships and everything. In that note, realeboa 2 MMCs on entities, but kialekopa. The arrogance, halere looking at in Totsena in informal settlements, all of them. Those people residing there, they are also human. I thank you.
Tatelerato. Hare mutwe matsoho. It makes sense to me that Ntate Lerato, you are the leader in this community. You know, I mentioned that when you have opportunity, you must use it. How eme podiamong, it's your time to use that opportunity. You were supposed to just render a vote of thanks and you took advantage. What I take from your speech, And I would like to ask everyone in here to take home as well. Ke hore poor men and women are human. That's profound. Without ho senya nako, re butse mosebetsi ka thapelo. Re tlo kopa ho kwala ka thapelo. My brother, ke itse ha re qeta ho kwala mosebetsi, we are going to do what we want to do now. Because other people would like to leave habotlo emela this engagement ya rona. So ha re qeta fela ho kwala ka thapelo, we will have that engagement le di stakeholders mona. Le nna ke tlo omanya ba MTC ba arrogant le utlwila ke re. So additional. Okay, just a second for MMC.
I think we must clarify indaba ye Wi-Fi ne password. So MTC, as of next week, izoza kuitrata zalapa Slovo, bazoni trainer abantwana, bazo trainer bogogo, ukuthi baloga ini kanjani for Wi-Fi. So nizobabona bagcoka izinto ze MTC, bazo spread around Slovo, going house to house, but train abantu or bazo set up amatente banibiza ukuthi nize laphayana bazonibonisa banifundisa ukuthi na iWi-Fi isebenza kanjani baninikeze nama password. I'm answering you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MMC. I'm going to ask Ntate Muruti Adurkwala Gatapelo, and then, like I said, we will have that engagement. Ngwaneso. Uzokhuluma baba. Let us close and then uzokhuluma. Ntate Muruti ke kopa tlo go lla ka thapelo. Ntate Muruti o tswile ke kopa a moholo a gona go rapela any religious leader to come and close with prayer. Ngwaneso. Hare mo fe 2 minutes a bue. Ladies and gentlemen, ntho tse tshena di a itsahala mesebetsing. My brother, Mamed, I'm trying to navigate the ship properly. What you are doing now, it's exactly what we're going to give you time to do. So that I'm not suppressing you. I'm going to give you time and opportunity to talk. Mwetapele wa Slovo, I'm going to humbly request you to address my brother. Ntate Lerato. Batubeso. Wait. No, don't suppress me. I'm not. I'm not.
1, 2.
Don't suppress me. All right. I'm going to ask leadership of Slovo Park. Leadership of Slovo, I'm going to request you to address batho ba rona. Re qadile mosebetsi hantle, re kopa ho kwala hantle. I'm going to ask leaders to address you, and leader here will close with prayer. And like I said, we will time to engage. Re tlo engage, there will be time given to talk. Lerato, leaders, can you address your constituency, please?
Amandla. 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 Mphakathi. Mphakathi. Akudule mfathi. Akudule mfathi. Akudule mfathi. Asayini phansi. Asayini phansi. Amelana mphakathi. Sinabantu la abasivakashela ngithi. Sineyivakashi ezibuya eEldos angithi. Batlile mona ho tla re support akere. Ha ba so re hlophe ka letho akere. Ene rona re batho ba khotso akere. And we are going to remain that way akere. So re a le kopa hore Ntate City a tlo rapela. Fela ha rapela. A etse bonnete ba hore le matimona nyana a ipatileng dihlahle mola Ntate Kenny. A etse bonnete ba hore le matimona nyana a ipatileng dihlahle mola hobane ho grade ka mo ka ho lona fela ka mo letlang. A tswe a baleye hobane wa bona hore ke sports ground mara ha ona entrance. So re tlo tibela matimona ka thapelo. Fela matimona ha re wa tibela. Re wa tibela hore ha tswa Slovo a lo kena ho di official se sa batleng ho sebetsa. Di tle di be le moya wa ho sebetsa. Amandla.
Dumelang. Mandla. Mayihlale phansi ibambe umthetho. Mayihlale phansi ibambe umthetho. Kelebuwa Chabasa Slovo Park. Ntate Mruti Thapelo before ke rapela. Ke batla ho leboha company na le Repatogaras. Ha ba ya ba loketella mosebetsi se ka kae kapa kae ha ebe bona ba ketella mosebetsi ole. Ha ebe bona ba ketella mosebetsi ole. Re a ikopa hona jwale. Re a ikopa ikopa ke setjhaba, re leader setjhaba. Mathata mona ana le rona hana le batho ba bangata. So please ha lo ketella mosebetsi ole. Le tle le bona ntho tse etsuwa mona hore e tswa mano tla le bona le wena. Le quality e ntse etsuwa mo ha e tshwane le ya company e. Le di camera so ntse bona di quality a itswa total. Ha ba ya ba lo ketella mosebetsi o MMC Kenny, MMC Mlungisi. Se ntse re kopa. Re a kopa. Re khale re emetse ntho e so e etsahala. Then the company di a kena a di pete mosebetsi. So a ke tlo bua haholo. Fela ke ba lebo haholo. Ha ba lo ketella mosebetsi o. Ne tse kopa bontate le rona di katiba le mega maoto ka o fela ha lona. Are kwa le mahlo. Modimo ntate, modimo mora, modimo moya o hallang. Ntate ka lebitso le matla, lebitso la Morena Jesu Kriste. Re a leboha Jehova. Re a leboha, re leboha ka 2 MMCs ba teng mona ka hare. Ntate Kenny Kunene le Ntate Mlungisi Mabaso. Modimo ba fe matla ba ya deliver ke bana ga e bona ntho ba di etsa morenaka. Ha re buile batho ka batho ba buang ka fela ka molomo. Le ofising tsa bona morenaka ba fe batho ba tla ba sebeletsang, ba tla thusang, ba tla sebeletsang setjhaba. Ba tla mamelang Jehova. O bana se ka o fela di official ka ga di office morenaka. ba tšhintšhang maphelo a batho. Ba bangata ba bona Jehova ba itšhebile. Ba bangata ba bona Jehova di-company ke tsa bona morenaka. Ba shebile go benefite bona ba lebala seo ba leng sona ka go di-office. Modimo wa ka re a kopa re a rapela. Tšhentšha maphelo a batho ba Slovo Park. Ha fetohe morenaka. Re buile Jehova re entse di-march re entse di-petition ka hare ho parliament. Fela ho ntse na le di-official tse di seng dihloho morenaka. Di-date di a tswa, di-date di a postponwa, di-date di a tšhintšwa Jehova. Ka letsatsi lena morenaka ha o fele ntho engwe le engwe morenaka. Ha o bule kganya ka hare ho setjhaba sa Slovo Park. Matlamo a halala matla le hodimo ha theowe Jehova le ka hare ho Jehova. Go ba etapele ba sebetsang morenaka. O di-official tse sebetsang morenaka. Matlamo a halala Jehova ya ba kopela morenaka. Ba etsang hantle ka hare ho setjhaba sa Slovo Park. Ba tšhintšha maphelo a batho ba bangata. Future ya batjha. Di-doctor di teng mona morenaka. Tsa tlamehileng di itswe mona morenaka. Di-nurse di teng Jehova. Ba profeta ba teng, bohle ba teng morenaka. Ba ile gore batho ba tšhintšha maphelo a bona morenaka. Ba hlonolofatse Jehova. Le ditloholo le ditlotlolwana tsa bona morenaka. Ha batho la hlonolofalo hobane Jehova ba etsa mosebetsi wa hao. Matlamo a hallang re a rapela. Re a kopa. Ha o be le kgotso ka nako tsohle, me yohle mebe, me ya Satane re leleka ka lebitso la Jesu wa Nazareta. Re kopa katleho hohle. Protecta motho mo lo monga mona morenaka. Jehova le tsona di-camera tsena. Mo di monitorang teng ke JMPD. Ha ebe maponesa a sebetsang a sa sebetseng le batho ba hijackang dikoloi Jehova. Ha ebe maponesa a hlokomelang setjhaba sena sa Slovo Park. Ba di monitor ka nnete modimo wa ka. Ba shebe batho ba kenelwang, batho ba thuntswe, batho ba shwele ka Slovo Park. Batho ba lemetse, batho ba nketswe dintho Jehova. Ha di-camera tsena Jehova di tšhintšhe maphelo a batho. Even if it's not Slovo fela Jehova. Hohle mo nang le mathata teng Jehova. Ba fe matla go ba fihlelle mo. Ka lebitso le matla, lebitso la Morena Jesu Kriste. Ya bokong a sa feleng. Amen.
Before this intervention, Slovo Park faced limited lighting, minimal connectivity, and infrastructure vulnerable to load shedding. Visibility was low, digital access was limited, safety concerns were real.
Informal settlements are a difficult place to be, in a sense that with no lighting, anything is possible. Be it crime, it's difficult for you to walk, including those that are disabled, it's a difficult situation.
This was not just the replacement of lights. This was deployment of integrated infrastructure.
The solution replaced traditional 250 and 400 watt grid-based lighting with high-efficiency LED floodlights mounted on 20-meter high stability masts. Designed for 300-meter spacing, delivering superior color rendering and wider area coverage.
Each pole, 100% of the grid, currently running on solar panels with battery backup, running with 360-degree PTZ camera, with smart Wi-Fi connectivity. Zero municipal electricity dependency.
Motho a kgona ho dula ntlong a etse ntho ao o re a apply le span and le bana ba kgona ho
dira homework
ba thini integration yabantu ukuthi babuyele back to humanity sesokwazi ukukhonektana nomhlaba ongaphandle esikolweni baphinde homework kanje kanjalo
kamora ro bakinye di-post crime towards fatshe ehlile ka nnete
go safe. This project represents more than lighting. It represents infrastructure designed around people, infrastructure that protects communities, infrastructure that connects youth, infrastructure that works even when the grid fails.
This is a modular, repeatable blueprint for any South African municipality, ideal for informal settlements, rural areas, and urban renewal zones facing grid instability and grey zones.
To us, it means moving beyond bricks and mortar to create a living network. Lighting that restores dignity, technology that deters crime, connectivity that empowers youth, and technology with a social heartbeat.